For everyone who asks receives. There is a difference between praying and reciting prayers. When we were younger members of the faith, we were taught many prayers. But it isn't until later that we realize that that isn't enough. We need to learn how to pray. Most of us are ill at ease to do this consistently and well. Unfortunately, many of us use prayer as a lifeboat. Things are running smoothly, and maybe we don't pray as much as we should. We're in a serious situation where if things go sideways, there are serious consequences. So, we reach out in prayer. We often notice that God doesn't seem to be in any hurry to answer our prayer requests. A prayer request for a cure to a serious health condition may not be received, but instead, a fresh understanding of our faith is given to help us to better cope with it. Often, when we have a detailed, specific request, usually God provides a much better solution, which often we don't even realize until much later when we've had a chance to reflect. In this gospel, the disciples also treated prayer as a lifeboat. They began to realize that their time with Jesus was becoming short, and they, in a panic, asked him to teach them how to pray. They had previously seen Jesus spending time away from them so that he could be quiet and spend time with God. Christ's fervent heart-to-heart conversation with his Father gave him the strength and spiritual energy to continue his traveling and preaching. We can't give to others what we don't have ourselves. We can't give to others what we don't have ourselves. Jesus told the disciples to address God as Father. We became his children when we were baptized, not his grandchildren, not his nieces or nephews, but direct line children, intimately linked. Prayer can be defined as a heart-to-heart conversation with a friend. Having an open, trusted conversation with a good friend is a precious part of our human existence. Talking things over with a good friend gives us insight, hope, and strength to carry on. Our relationship with God is really no different than our relationship with a best friend. Part of the problem that we have with prayer is confusing wants with needs. There can be so many wants that they cover over and distract us from what we really need. Asking the Lord in prayer is not a matter of putting together a list of wants for our personal enjoyment, but entrusting our lives into His hands for safe keeping. If we live our lives in this manner, it's amazing how His will and our decisions become more and more into alignment. Our lives become less complicated and more harmonious with God day by day. For everyone who asks receives,